Hey guys, Station X here, and today we're going to be doing another video game pickups. This is going to be video game pickups number 8, and there's quite a bit of stuff here. Some of the stuff's been piling up a bit since, I want to say, early June, but, you know, regardless, I wanted to just kind of save up a good pile for this month's video game pickups video. Now, to get started, I'm going to just start with this pile over here. And that is mainly the DS and Switch. Now, I have some interesting ones here. Of course, you can see you have Soul Silver, which is really nice. It's not complete, but it is a pretty hard game to find with the cartridge on its own. So having the case with it is very nice as well. As you can see, it's the DS games, the Pokemon DS games are pretty high-pennied games. You know, like they're just very expensive, at least $100 in some cases. So it's like very annoying if you're a Pokemon fan to deal with. But here we also have the Pokemon Pearl version, and so this one, obviously, I have the remaster of Shining Pearl, and then there's Brilliant Diamond. I am missing Diamond, so for these I'm missing Diamond and Heart Gold. So I am missing the other halves of these games, but I'm hoping to at least get them at some point. I'm also missing Platinum, the black and white games, versions 1 and 2, and I believe that's it. And then that's basically it. The 4 black and white games, the Platinum, Diamond, and Heart Gold. So that's basically all the Pokemon games, like mainline Pokemon games. I'm sure there's like the mystery dungeons and all that other stuff, but I'm mainly focusing on mainline Pokemon titles for this. But of course, this one is complete. This one actually has the manual, it has all the stuff in it. I want to like pull all this out, or at least it has more things. If it's not complete, it has more items than the Soul Silver does. But yeah, this one was a pretty nice find. The next one, Sonic Rush. You know, always up for some Sonic games. Never actually tried this one out, but it seems like it's a more speedy Sonic game. And of course, something I always like is whenever you find DS games with the case, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna have the manual, and of course some of these have that GBA cartridge holder there too, which I always thought was kind of weird, considering that, you know, I mean, I guess you could print cover arts and slip it into the DS for GBA games, but then, you know, is what it is. And then something unique, actually, because it mainly due to the rating on here. Early childhood games are obviously a lot rarer to find than, say, an E for everyone, a T for teen, and stuff like that. And just seeing this is why I wanted to go get it. It was like $1, so I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. And I don't own any games that have early childhood rating on it. So my next goal would be to try to find a copy, because I know there's copies of GTA San Andreas, you know, the original versions, with the adult rating on it. So that was one of my goals, is to just try to get a video game physical of every single rating that the ESRB has ever done. And so, I mean, this kind of checks one more box on that list. So going into the Switch pile, we have Baba Is You. I literally, honestly, this was kind of like an impulse buy, I'm gonna be honest. I have really no idea what this game is about, other than it is a puzzle game, and so I just thought the cover looked really cool, and it is, you know, done by Fangamer, so that's always nice. But yeah, Baba Is You. I have really no idea anything about this game, so it's more so an impulse. Capcom Fighting Collection is something I do know a little bit more about. It has pretty much a lot of Capcom fighting games and stuff that I feel like for the most part don't get as much recognition as Street Fighter. I could be wrong, and the general public might know a lot about these fighting games, but typically when I think Capcom, I'm thinking Street Fighter. And so a lot of these I've never really heard of, or they're very obscure, maybe heard a few times. But of course you do have a Street Fighter game in there. You have Super Puzzler Fighter 2, you have Gem Fighter in there, so there's a few Street Fighter stuff in there, but it's not just that. You got Night Warriors, Vampire Hunter 2, Red Earth, I'm trying to read it through here, Vampire Savior 1 and 2, you know, and there's other ones in there as well. But yeah, this one's a really nice one, and of course the cover is excellent. I just love the colorful covers that they have. And the next one is Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. I have Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and I have the first Fire Emblem Warriors that they did, so obviously this is something I would have to get. Now, something I did notice is that they did a collector's edition for this, but in Europe only, which it's kind of lame. I think limiting a collector's edition to one region is kind of stupid, with the exception of very small cases. Like, they did a 30th anniversary collector's edition for Fire Emblem, and you know, that one was a little understandable because it was a port of a game that they did on the Famicom, which would have been the NES over here, and it never came out in the United States, and they brought it over. Now, on the Switch, on the online service, they already had that game on there, so having a digital code for us to have it on there is, you know, that made our collector's edition made more sense to be exclusive to that region. But having this one's collector's edition just kind of stuck to Europe is kind of annoying. I know they did that with Link's Awakening too, I believe. That collector's edition was only there as well. Kind of stupid. But Into the Dead 2, it's a mobile game that is on the Switch, you know, so I liked the mobile game, and so I thought this was pretty nice to have on the Switch. Just kind of one of those, you know, I feel like wasting my money sort of deals. You know, when it comes to the Switch, I just like to buy either really stupid, really unique, or really interesting games. And I might not even like be slightly interested in what the game is actually about, but sometimes, you know, I just like doing it because of the fact that either the cover's really cool, you know, the gameplay looks interesting, or it's just straight up stupid. And this is an example of something that's just straight up stupid. And so another one we have here is Mario Strikers Battle Leagues. Now, I actually heard some pretty bad reviews on this, which is kind of, you know, disappointing. But, you know, I feel like a lot of the Mario sports games on the Switch has, you know, been hyped up a lot, and then they would just not meet expectations, I feel like. Or they, you know, some people have low expectations for it, and it just kind of is exactly what they think. So it's like, I was kind of hoping for a little bit of a difference here, because it's soccer, and I don't think we've had a Mario Strikers in a bit. I think the last one was on the Wii, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure, you know, and I don't think there was ever one on the Wii U, at least digitally. I know it's not physical on there, but, you know, it would have been nice if this was like an actual, like, really good game. And some people might actually really like it still. There's still a chance for this to do well and have updates and make it better, but I've heard some pretty bad things about it so far, so it's kind of a little disappointing a bit. And then, of course, Pac-Man Museum. I mean, I don't think I have anything really to say other than it's Pac-Man. It does come with all these games. Mainly the one that I was kind of interested in was Pac-Man 256. It's another mobile game that I own on my phone. But there's some other stuff in here that I really like too, like Pac-Mania, Pac-Man Arrangement, stuff like that. Those two are pretty good in my opinion. And then Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, I actually, this one is not the actual case for it. Yeah, this is the display case. When I bought it at the game store, they did not have the actual case, but they had this instead, and I was like, you know, it's better than nothing. So, I mean, this is one of the only Pokemon games on the Switch I was missing as far as like mainline titles. So I was like, you know what? Why not? You know, it's an open. I don't want to say open world. It's a different type of Pokemon game compared to the normal Pokemon games that you were used to, and so I would figure give it a shot. Why not? Now, moving on to the next pile here is more so a different arrangement of stuff, with the only PS3 game being Buzz Quiz TV. I mean, I just think this looked really funny. And of course, it's another game that requires an accessory that I don't own. So, I mean, that's really it. And we have FIFA 17. It was free, basically. That's the only reason why I included it here. We also have Madden 17. Same deal. So, I actually, in June, released a all-sports version of Video Game Pickup. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. By the time I recorded it and stuff, I had gotten these after the fact, so I didn't get a chance to put them in there. But another thing we got is World of Warships Legends. Now, this is another game I kind of got for free. It was kind of a gift, so I mean, don't know too much about this, but I mean, it does look pretty interesting. You know, basically it's about warships, so I mean, I'm very much into battle, you know, the battleship. So it's like really hoping it's kind of like a similar thing like that. I might have just said something really stupid, but that's okay. We're gonna leave that in. Now, here's one that, you know, this won't necessarily count towards my collection because of the rating here. It's a Peggy game, but you know, there's another one that I got for free as a gift, and so I actually really think this looks cool. Unravel. I've never heard of it, and it comes with 1 and 2, and so it's like, yeah, I'm excited to try this out. I actually did see one for the Switch that's in the ESRB rating, so it'd be nice to pick that up for that. But yeah, it's called the Yarny Bundle, and I thought that was pretty nice. And so yeah, the Unravel 2 is a, you know, co-op game too, which is nice. And yeah, I mean, I really have no idea. It's more of like a platformer, it looks like. So I mean, not usually something I play, but I wanted to give it a chance. Oh, and of course, I didn't just buy the Switch version of this. I bought this for the Xbox as well, because I wanted it for the Series X specifically, just because, you know, you got to have Pac-Man in 4K. But I only bought the Switch version of this just so that I had a portable version of all the other Pac-Man games. But I wanted to play the Pac-Man 256 on the TV and stuff, and I originally had ordered this through the mail. So I mean, I just said whatever, I'm just gonna keep it, whatever. I knew eventually if I'm gonna complete these systems, I'm gonna have multiple versions of this anyway. That's the deal. It's what I say all the time, you're gonna have multiple versions across every system. And so another one we have is Overcooked 2. You know, not really super into cooking games, but I mean, it's a nice thing. It's not necessarily like a really bad game. I'm sure a lot of people really like it. It's just not my cup of tea. But this was another one that I saw a good deal on, and I was like, you know what? It's something to use the coupons on. So another one that I actually got that they were gonna throw out is Skylanders Superchargers. Now, I feel like this is one of the only ones that doesn't require. No, it does. I didn't see the little thing that says you need to have a, like, the portal or whatever, but I believe it does require to use the thing. So I mean, of course, I probably should have just assumed it's Skylanders, but I mean, I know they have this on the Wii U with Donkey Kong on the cover. I know Donkey Kong was on that cover, and so that's what I kind of saw it, and I was like, hey, you know, I'll get it for the Xbox as well. It was like they're gonna throw it out, so I kind of got it for free. But you know, moving on to the GameCube stuff. So we got a few, like 3 retro games for. We have Donkey Kong 2, another game that I do not have the peripheral for, but unlike the other ones, this one I actually do want to get the DK bongos. Those are the funniest and coolest looking peripherals I've ever seen in my entire life. Having bongos for a GameCube is just the most ingenious idea in my opinion. Of course, you have a 007 game. I will always say that the one on N64 is my favorite, but of course, you can't get enough 007, so they obviously made more after that, but I just feel like they peaked with GoldenEye 007. And this one is the Sean Connery as James Bond, so if that means anything to you, then hooray. So the lastly is PS2's Cars Made International. Now, I actually have this game for PS3 and I've been looking for 360, but I saw this on eBay and was like, you know what? It was cheap enough. It was $5. Why not? And so that is pretty much the only reason why I bought this, because I put it in the PS2. It actually looks, without any surprise, it looks worse than the PS3 version, which I mean, should be understandable. But you know, I figured why not? This was one of the first games I played on the PS3 was Cars Made Internationals, and so it was something that I was like, man, this is cool. You know, it's one of my childhood games, along with like Virtua Tennis, Portal, things like that, you know? So this kind of means a little bit more than just getting a random version of it for a system. It's just, you know, something that I own on a different system that I had fond memories of, and kind of wanted to get it for multiple platforms as well. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think, for the most part, mostly the Switch and DS stuff, I think I got a pretty good haul there. And then, of course, you got the 3 retro games at the end, which was really nice. And, of course, 2 Pac-Mans. So, let me know what you guys think. What's your favorite in here? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Station X. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.